Guys, how are you doing? My name is Noura, accounting and tax professional and the founder of Noura's Books. I'm going to be talking today about partnerships. Partnerships tax return due on March 20, on March 15. March 15, when is the due date, you have to be ready to e-file your tax return. Of course, you shouldn't be wait until the last minute. You should be right now working with your tax professional to file your taxes for the partnership. I do want to mention few stuff actually for partnership. You have to make sure you have in place so you don't have any problem in the future. First of all, like you have to have a partnership agreement in place. So if you don't have one, go talk to an attorney and have one, or you can have a simple one until you go have a professional one done by attorney. I always recommend that you go to attorney to see to just make sure you cover all the gaps so you don't encounter any problems later on down the road in a few years, because at least minimum have something in place that outline the basis. How much each partner will have, what's the contribution for each one, what everyone expects, who makes the decision. All of these make sure to write those down at least as preliminary agreement, but then eventually when you can afford it, just go and have an attorney look it over and put it in a legal format, so it really can mean something if you down the road have to have any disagreement and you have to go to court. Just make sure you cover that in your partnership. Another thing you should be keeping track of in a partnership is partner basis. So partner basis is your contribution to the company, to the partnership. So it's different than the capital. So it's something different. It's just like something you have to keep in a document and to keep track of everything for each partner basis. Because this is a tax document. This is like when you need, like, if let's say you sold your part or you went out of business, and then you have to make sure to see what's your losses, what's your gain, and you cannot determine that unless you have your bases tracked. Usually your accountant should be able to help you put that in a document. Make sure you have all your paperwork. Make sure you are sure with each number you put. You have to keep track of any contribution to the company, and then that will change, whether it's asset or cash. But that will change with distribution. Will change with a lot of things. A lot of components come into calculating your basis for tax purposes, just so we know later on what is taxed and what is not taxed, and that should be calculated and at least minimum once a year, by the end of the year, so we know what is taxable, what is not taxable. So that's one thing. Basis can be a little bit complicated, but if you have an accountant in place who knows what they're doing, they should be able to help you come up with the accurate basis in your partnership. And also, I forgot to mention when I was talking about partnership agreement where you put if you have a guaranteed payment for any partner. Usually I might come into your partnership and say, okay, I can become a partner, but I want $2,000 guaranteed payment each month, regardless if we make money or not. And if we have this in the partnership agreement, that will also prohibits any misunderstanding later on, because also this would be a document that backs the $2,000 a month money that I'm getting, because guaranteed payment is not salary, so it's not subject to withholding. It's not distribution, so it's not like when we make a profit or make the distribution that we previously agreed on. It's something separate. So we have to have those kind of thing in place. That's why you have the partnership agreement, so you can back all your documents. Well, partnership agreements, as far as I know, I might be wrong, don't quote me on this, it's not legally required, but you might want to check with your attorney. But it's highly recommended because, you know, for accounting purposes, if you don't have a good, you know, a good document in place, a good record keeping, a good bookkeeping, you might have a problem with the IRS, you know. Especially like if you and the other partner would say something different or whatever, you know, like if you are to be audited. So you want to make sure you have something to back up anything you claim, to justify a payment, to take a deduction, anything. You make sure you are covered. Make sure you have those things in place. As I said, March 15 is the deadline to file your partnership return. And if you did not file on time, you might face a penalty. The penalty is, for this year, is I think $210 per partner per month. So see how many partners are you? Each one of you will have to pay $210 per month, up to 12 months, if you are not filing on time. So make sure you file on time. And in order to do that, you have to have your records in place. And as I always say to you, make sure you have a good bookkeeping so you can benefit from all the deduction you deserve and can, you know, have a good backup for your return. If you're not ready and you think you will not be ready, make sure you file for an extension on time. And for those partners, also you need to do an extension for your personal tax return if you are going to do that for your partnership. So make sure you take care of that. And just a reminder also, the extension would be for filing the return, not for paying your taxes. So if you think you would owe taxes, then you have to make the payment by March 15 for the partnership, by April 15 for the personal, and then you can e-file later on September and October for your partnership and personal. So make sure you have those in place. If you have any question, please feel free to comment under this video, or just DM me, or even better, schedule a time with me. The link on the bio, you can schedule a strategy session. We can go over what you need. If you, for some reason, you did not find a good time for you, you can email me at Noura, Noura, at nourasbooks.com. That's Noura at nourasbooks.com. Noura at nourasbooks.com. Just in case if you didn't find a good time for us to meet and to discuss what you have and answer your questions, make sure to do that, and let's get started with your taxes. And if you need help with clean up your last year to do the taxes, let's do that. We'll be happy to help you here at Noura's Books. Don't delay, start today. We're almost February. February is tomorrow, so you don't have much time left. So please go ahead and start your process so you're not be late, so you don't have to pay $210 if you're in partnership for per month per partner. You don't want to pay more than what you have to pay. So do your part. Good luck, and hopefully you have a great productive week. Talk to you soon. Bye.